Basically, I had a xanthoma removed, and the doctor who did it kind of went, "That's not right," and sent me to a friend of his who worked in the lipid clinic. So that was when I was 3. We did the history. It's mostly my grandfather's side. My grandfather passed away when he was 42. My dad passed away when he was 42. My mum had a heart attack at 42, so great number. I'm glad to say I'm 44. I've passed it, so it's fine. But there's a lot of things to consider. When you do a diagnosis at such a young age, it's a little bit easier, I suppose, now because things have moved on so much. I was the only one in my community school, so doing trips was interesting because risk assessment wasn't quite the same in that time. Doing trips, you have to have lots of medication you take with you. The teachers didn't understand and the professionals didn't understand. You get to an age where you rebel. You know, you get a teenager, it's like, I'm not going to take this, I'm not going to do this, why should I? And you end up not speaking to the doctors. Not personal, but, you know, it's like we've had enough. And then you get to an age where things get a bit complicated. Something happens, you go for a stent, you have a heart attack, and suddenly it's like, oh, crumbs, we need to do something now. You have a stent, it's great, you feel better, you're 100%, and for a year you don't feel anything. It's the symptoms are not the same because you might be tired, but you're tired anyway, so it doesn't matter. If you eat something that's not right, it doesn't affect you tomorrow. So from that point of view, it's easy to slip into that. I don't need to worry about it today. But it's important to understand, I suppose, how people view it. Everybody will be slightly different. Some will go, I'll fix it when it's broken. Others will want to fix it before it's broken. I had my first heart attack when I was 25. So up to that point, my mum was great. She took care of me. She made sure I had the right medication, the right snacks. I saw the doctors when I was supposed to, most of the time. So I do every now and then have to phone her and say sorry, because I wasn't always the best patient. Practically, if you apply for a job, certain areas of work ask you for a medical background. If you put HoFH, first of all they go, what's that? So you give them a bit more information. And Google is a marvellous invention because that's the first thing they do is they Google it and they go, oh dear. It's like, no, it's fine. I was very lucky. My head teacher is very supportive. They know my history, they've known me for a long time, so it doesn't impact my work as much, but it does. I mean, I know of people who can't stay in their job. They got put on medical leave because the owners of the company thought that the risk assessment is too high to have them there. It's the practical day-to-day things of insurance, trying to get a mortgage when they ask you for medical history. It's, yes, it's limiting, but at the same time, there's an awful lot of information that can be shared. When I was diagnosed, my mum was told that I'd be 11, if she's lucky. I'm 44, it changes, and it's making sure people understand that it changes. So yeah.